Have you ever loved someone with every fibre of your being only to have your heart shattered by the one person you trusted most? I never imagined I'd be the woman telling this story, but here I am. A story of betrayal, heartbreak, and the struggle to find myself after everything I thought I knew about love was ripped away. We were the perfect couple, or so I thought. We laughed together, dreamed together, and promised each other we'd stand by each other no matter what. My husband was everything to me. He was my rock, my confidant. Every little thing I did with him in mind. But sometimes, life isn't as perfect as we imagine it to be. The signs were subtle at first, small changes that I dismissed. I told myself I was overthinking, that I was just being paranoid. But deep down, a voice told me something was wrong. And then one day, I found something. A message. It wasn't a simple text. It was a confession of love, a secret promise between him and someone else. I couldn't breathe. My hands trembled as I read through every word. The pain in my chest was suffocating. How could he do this to me, after all we've been through? I confronted him, my heart pounding in my ears. His response? Denial at first, then guilt, but still. The truth was undeniable. It wasn't just one mistake. It was a betrayal of everything. I found out he had been seeing her for months behind my back, months of lies, of pretending everything was fine. And I never had a clue. The man I loved, the man I trusted, had been lying to me. How could someone you give your entire heart to do something like that? The woman he cheated with was everything I wasn't. At least, that's how I felt in that moment. I wasn't pretty enough, thin enough, smart enough, and it ate me alive. That night, I sat there staring at the wall. I kept replaying the moments we shared, our first kiss, the laughs, the dreams. I wondered if any of it had been real. I didn't know who I was anymore. The pain of betrayal isn't just about losing someone. It's about losing a part of yourself. It's the feeling of being discarded, of being not enough. That emptiness, it's almost unbearable. After the confrontation, I was lost. I didn't know how to move forward. I hated him for what he did, but I hated myself even more for allowing it to happen. I cried myself to sleep, but in the mornings, I forced myself to get up. Slowly, I started to heal. I talked to friends who had been through the same thing. I realized that I wasn't alone. My pain wasn't unique. And most importantly, I realized that my worth wasn't defined by his actions or anyone else's. It's been months now. The wound is still there, but it's healing. I've learned to forgive, not for him, but for me. I'm learning to love myself again. The pain will always be a part of me, but it no longer controls me. I am worthy of love, of happiness, of peace, and I'm moving forward one step at a time. I may never forget the betrayal, but I refuse to let it define my future. If you're watching this and you're going through something similar, remember this. You are not alone. You are strong even when you feel weak. Healing takes time, but it is possible. Never let anyone make you feel like you're less than you are. Love yourself first. And know that no matter how dark it gets, there is light on the other side.